place where abnormalities thrive. We normalize what we should never normalize. We encourage, we enable, we spotlight, we amplify, and we sometimes even dignify what shouldn't be. For parents to have, or rather for there to be an association of Yahoo Boys Mothers Association.
Say that again.
Yes. There's a Yahoo Boys Mothers Association of some sort. You've also seen situations where father buy PCs for their sons so that they can go and learn ICT with the goal of knowing how to scam father. So it's not just the mothers now. You now have fathers and mothers enabling this kind of mindset where they feel that to steal, to rob Peter and Paul so that you can give it to James is the norm. I mean, I was coming this morning and I took a bolt 2 ways, and I discovered that the bolt men wanted to rip me off. You don't give me AC.
They wanted to go offline?
They didn't want to give me AC. One practically lied. I looked at the level of the fuel. I could tell that there was fuel in the car. And he lied to me that, madam, you know, see, because you're in a hurry to where you're going to. So I wanted to stop at the filling station. I said, how do you take an order when you know you're going to get fuel? So you want me to wait for you inside the vehicle while you buy fuel, when you should have bought a fuel before taking an order? And then you now deny me after paying such an exorbitant money, right, in the Uber without an AC. Who does that? We're so quick to pick on the leaders and say they're the problem. But I keep telling people, no. The people, the followership is where the leaders emerges from. So going back to our conversation, the Yahoo thing became a big deal. And when I discovered that many women were being scammed, and not just in Nigeria here, because these Yahoo boys in particular that are talking about, they were scamming women specifically for the only one African country in South Africa. But from the rest of the world, they went to Europe, from Russia to UK, to Netherlands, to Americas, and all of those kind of, even Brazil. Those were their target women. What were they doing? Love was for sale.
The scam, romance.
Yes, romance scam. It became the order of the day. And I just wanted to know why they were doing this. So my investigation was able to take me to this set of guys who incidentally committed one of the most heinous crimes in the history in Nigeria, I would say, when it comes to women and the gender-based level of violence. So there was this young girl who was looking for accommodation in the university campus. And incidentally, you know how this things go now. You want to find a campus. This was in Delta State specifically. Eluzino is her name. I want us to remember Eluzino.
Light has come.
Yes. And that's the meaning in Isoko. She was the unfortunate girl who was an A+ student in the University of Abarka at the time. And these guys happened to be within the school premises. They worked hand in hand with the security guys at the school center. And what happened was that as soon as the security guys was able to bring in these other men into the space, these guys were parading as if they were members who were in school in the administrative arm of the school, and they give accommodation to students. So Elozino fell victim to these persons. She thought that he was a legit school hostel accommodation provider, where it wasn't true. You know how you have these lecturers BQs, so she wanted to get one of those BQs,
in the lecturers quarters and all that.
Correct. And this was how she fell victim to these guys who took her, drugged her, put her in the back of the boot. As soon as they got to the school where the security is supposed to check them, one of the security guards, right, who was there, who already made them come in the first instance, was the one that now checked the boot of the car to say go. So he navigated and went out with the car. Eluzino was inside there, in that car, sleeping as it were, because she was drugged. And then they took her away, and then they cut off her body for whatever ritual they wanted to use it for. And then I was on this story. Like, I was on this story because my life more or less kind of depended on it. I'm like, how do you do this to a intelligent, smart girl?
Even if she was
so
as
young,
dumb as a banana in the freezer.
I agree with you too. She was a human being. How do you do this to another person like your sister? Your own sister. Don't you have sister? Don't you have mothers at home? Nieces, for God's sake? And so that was how my story began. And then I was able to get these guys. We got talking. Interviewed them, and good enough they
hold on, they arrested them.
They arrested them. Yes, they were caught, definitely caught. And then I was able to do a very in-depth interview on why they were doing what they do. So if you Google right now, ritual does not give us money. Just Google it for those listening. Ritual does not give us money by Ejiro Umokoro. You will see the entire extent extensive investigative journalism on that work. And when that happened, I was able to find out their modus operandi, how they were luring girls within the university campuses. So, for example, one of them says, girls, they be mugu for food. Girls, they be suckers for better ride. We guy look fly, look flash. Say any guy with the right car, say girls, they form mumu and mugu for those kind of things. So they were using girls' vulnerability for a good life, for a sense of feeding, survival, all those pointers. They exploited them and then designed the system that will attract girls to respond to those needs. And that was what happened.
So I'm sure Elo wasn't the first person.
No, Elo wasn't the first victim.
And were they rich? Did they have money?
So this is where the whole gist eventually broke into pieces. Why they said richer does not make money. That title of the investigative work is not me. They said it is from them. They say rich one need they give us money. He said, now the scam, what would they do now they give us? But would they go meet all these jazz men because, say, you know, we believe, say, anyhow, go they protect us.
He go put something for their tongue.
So that for our mind. So that was when one of them now broke it down and said, it is because we thought that putting those things, believing that when we speak is because of the power that came from it. It's later understood that as long as I believe that I can do it, that's why it happened. And there were victims, people who were gullible. So people's gullibility is what made them fall. That's why you have to see them on top of so many persons. Because if it's true that those charms really work, that means for everybody they spoke to, it will happen. But it doesn't happen like that. It took them several deaths. 4 girls that I have to find, 5 girls as a matter of fact, that I went to find out their burial ground. I discovered it and I did the data visualization of where they were their body parts were thrown and abandoned. Yes, I did it. If you Google that work now, you will see it. It's on ICIR, it's on the Guardian newspaper. You'll see that full story.
So, and sometimes it's not just that they do this in some remote parts of, say, Delta or Edo, all those places. I hear they go as far as Togo, Benin Republic, Ghana. Senegal,
it's a syndicate now.
Gambia, and they go for those things, those rituals, and they come back believing that they have this jazz. Remember one time, what year was this? I was in Delta. Was it 2020? Anyway, 21? No, or thereabout though. And that time, what did they rain? That they thief pints. And that one particular morning while I was there, they had waylaid some ladies who were coming from Kwale also. They were going to the market or that area though, not too far from where I was. They had waylaid their bus and they didn't steal anything from them. They just told them to take off their underwear and they collected all their underwears.
So that is a belief mindset, because these things work when there are requirements of routines. Ritual is another word for routine. And the basis of routine is that you have to believe in the system of it. You have to, because if you don't give people rituals to do, which is really abnormal to the extreme, right? And out of this world, as it were, in the most negative manner that people normally do, they won't see why they should do it. So the illusion is that the jazzmen, babalawos, or whatever they call themselves, make them do this stuff so that they will think that the power lies within all of that. But it is not true. Because the truth of the matter is, like I said, if it is in every case that they do this, it would have been the case. Let us not forget that Nollywood has created a fantasy world where they make it look like if ritual is really appealing. So Nollywood is making it appealing to people rather than demonizing that thing. So you see a generation of young children who grew up watching these kinds of storytelling in Nollywood being enabled to think that, if I don't do this and this is how they do it, I come to do it. Often, like I told you about the cultism thing that happened among young children, where they were targeting the young boys and girls in secondary schools, especially the female students who were being raped by 10 to 14 boys as part of the ritual process. One of the things they told me was that we thought that when we come into this cult group, we will be protected. But the truth is that we receive a lot of beatings, threats, right? We are asked to steal. So when you see them make money, it's from stealing. Like one of the Yahoo boys told me. He said they also steal.
Because somehow they're in the cults too.
Yes, they also steal, because you cannot live that lifestyle without doing that. You have to steal. So the money is not really because of the ritual per se, but it's the facade that the ritual gives them that extra confidence The illusion of the confidence that they need, that kind of backbone, that backbone, hey, I get jazz. Because in our society, we feel that people will get jazz, they will see a spiritual problem. We believe, correct, all this audacious thing. Is our mentality that they play into. Does it mean that they cannot do what they want to do still? Take note, the process of doing it, like one of them described it to me like I said, just Google it, you see. One of them described it to me, how they actually do steal the money, how they're able to get the money, how they double clone people's businesses and pose as if they're the business owners with their own phone numbers, and you are thinking you're dealing with legit people, how they write letters, how they're able to forge fund requests and all of that, and how they also take the money from you.
Intelligent children.
They're intelligent, but in the wrong way.
Yeah, you see the EFCC chairman was talking the other day how a 17-year-old sat down in his office and told him that, with your phone number, I can access everything, and if you want, I can move some money from your accounts right now. I can show you. The man said, "No, not one for you. Thank you very much." Because they're quite intelligent. The ones you spoke with, what was their age ranges, and were they in school?
So these were, funny enough, one of them studied photography. This guy was so gifted and handsome. Studied photography. The other one studied nursing. The one that studied in nursing was the one that now started doing the decapitating. The jazzman who was involved, because I also spoke to the jazzman who was involved was the man who created the illusion of you will be good. Check out all the jazzmen, they are never wealthy people.
Because they know the repercussion.
Correct. And the truth is that ritual does not give money. And this is the conversation I want people to go out and tell people, because that's why I wrote the book Distortion, so that people will understand that, look, things are distorted to mislead you. It's called misdirection, and it's on purpose. If you don't know the modus operandi, the system and ways and means through which they get to you, through your vulnerability pointers, now wait till you define that person will take get to you.
So
if person, for example, girl, they look for love, you can't see man where they give you attention for Facebook, you go just come up, forgot yourself, now you go dive scatter for ground.
I'll tell you one thing. You see this the morning prayers they do, NSPPD. Do you know, I'm not talking about the prayer now or anything. Do you know that these children, not the children now, these guys, they go to the comment section, right, or section, and they start scanning through the comment section.
Correct.
And be taking note of what people are dropping there as prayer points.
Correct.
The ones that are believing God for a husband.
That's right.
They somehow connect with them and they start talking with these people.
That's why you must be careful who comes DM to you. Once somebody begin DM you, better check.
So I would like to say, I've been meaning to say this. When you're on a prayer platform, I think you can keep your prayer points to yourself. Because people are beginning to collect them now to harm people. Not because it's a bad thing to do so, but because the society we found ourselves now is dangerous to do so. So this is how, like the boys you interviewed, that's how they gather their intel.
Correct.
From Facebook posts, from these and that, they gather intel.
That's
and the part you said that they have association of Yahoo boys mothers and all that, that is where we will shout quickie.
Yes, the quickie must be more than just quickie.
For
like
real.
It's shattering.
In this Nigeria.
Yes. And this is what we're saying, and that's why I love what the former governor of Akwa Ibom did. He proscribed all forms of cultism as bad, illegitimate, illegal, and that anybody involved in it will be sent to jail. Make we call and waiting a be. Cultism of any form, na bad thing. That you benefit from it in the most heinous or easy way you might consider it, doesn't make it still right at the end of the day. So make we get to the point where we understand that, like for example, when they were targeting the girls, look at what they were doing with the girls. They will be driving cars on the streets. They know that girls are watching them. And then they look at you, they mark you. That's what you don't know. You think that you're walking in front of you, a car is just passing by. It's a lie. That car is passing by to do what is called recon or reconnaissance. And then the car, they match you. The boys, they watch your body language.
So see how receptive you are.
Exactly. You want to see they look the car. You just say they'll park near you. Hey girl, how now? And you, as mumu as you are now, you just say, where are you going to? We can drop you off. Mumu, yourself will say, you want to drop me off? Okay, now. And then you enter, and then they drop you off. They say, but we are going for a party, actually. We just want to eat in this restaurant. Sure, you know I'm now. This eatery here, or this joint here, or this suya point here. We want to just go. You want to join us? The way they do the conversation is so smooth. You not gonna know when you go enter. The next thing you don't sit down, that they buy you food, they eat food, that they ply you with drink, that they give you alcohol. Or your mind, this is free food, now they eat. Before you know it, they happen. Either somebody go drop something like this for some of the girls, they'll drop something inside a drug. Or if they don't, inside a drink. If they don't drop anything inside a drink, sometimes they may just overload you with alcohol to know where your limit is. And then the moment you start feeling drowsy, they'll say where your address, they won't go drop you. It's a lie. They're taking you to where they're going to finally finish you. They'll tie you up and you're gone. Then sometimes they will tell a girl might be looking for who to help her. Maybe she's a fashion designer, she's looking for money. Then one guy for school will be cult member too. We don't hear say she did look for money. They will just target you. So they target you when you're your weakest, when you are in need of something, right? And it's publicly known or somebody has an insight to it. And then you become a victim. And
with the way the economy and everything is now, and how loose some parents have allowed their children to become, is now like a lot of girls are in a vulnerable position because they are looking for things that they themselves can't afford, and they're looking for boys with lamp barbie, how do they call it, and that now exposes them to this danger. And a lot of young ladies nowadays, not all, not most, but just a lot, are now into the hookup thing. Hookup, they gave it a beautiful name, but it's prostitution. So prostitution. Wait, may I spell them out? Prostitution. Hookup is prostitution.
Make something very clear, and I'm going to make a shocking thing to people. Make we understand. Say even the word prostitution, there's make we need to use them again.
Commercial sex workers.
More even correct them where.
Oh yeah.
So they're going to use the words like ashawo, prostitution, and all these things. Yes, I get to say I'm here, or I go permit me for once. They allowed it. Even NBC allowed because of the context of our conversation.
Okay.
They say all this kind of conversation. The way you go to take call woman, you are demeaning a woman because there's no lingo for that for a man. Even though na man and woman they do the business.
No, even man when they do a prostitute.
No, they need a quick column like that.
Okay, what will be the new name now?
No, you need to understand. They need a quick column like that. They can't label them as if na something where they really nasty. Make we talk true. In India, one of the problem we then get, we say, when you create a society where you stifle people's normal human needs.
Back to English.
So when you normalize a situation where a human need is stifled, right? You stifle a human need. What will happen is they will look for the ways and means to get the alternative.
Yeah.
People will tell you that thing you call the name is actually one of the oldest business in the world. And it's a good thing because if somebody pays you for that, it's a service they have rendered.
Okay, and that is service delivery.
Yes, it is service delivery. Because those days you hardly see homes break at the level that they break today.
Because of service delivery.
Good. Because somebody was doing a job there. But when you create a society where you tell people, say, instead of to teach them sex education properly, you're telling them to abstain as a rule without giving them the understanding. You just give them taboos. What thing happen? We say people go fight against the taboo. Instead, educate people, let them make informed choices.
Okay.
So now commercial sex worker that they call them, and then the clear point we say you must not go and stay publicly. You get where you arrange your business. So if you can't break that law, you can't go where you're not supposed to go. Take notes, law say you can do. But when you now break and come, they go where you're not supposed to do them in a public place and become public nuisance, they go hold you.
Okay, make I talk again. So all those young ladies, right, who you say you're doing hookup, you've given it a beautiful name. You are service delivering. Man, I nearly talked that thing again.
You be commercial sex worker. I'm going to put on the name.
Full stop.
Commercial sex worker.
That one is even worse to me.
No, but at least you go know say na business.
Rubbish.
So now you want do am. No, I will tell you one thing. You see this life who don't come. Now because with the quick condemn things, now make things they hard for all of us. Because
the English preaching people they come soon.
Okay, they will soon come. Okay, so make we just remember that. But bottom line is this: at the end of the day, when you have a hookup culture, when a woman is even in marriage, or rather, let me not go that route. The bottom line is this: our young girls need to be equipped because they are ignorant of what they are capable of most of the time, and because we have created a society where we don't raise girls to believe, say, the only attainment they get for life now unless they marry. You are seeing a situation where you are raising women to be better wives at home, but you're not raising men to be better husbands at home. What is happening is there are women now struggling to get good husbands because we have not raised marriageable men. We have just raised boys to men.
A music group.
Shikena. That's what we have. And that's why we're struggling where you can't see girls marry on time. And that's why you're seeing polygamy beginning to thrive. Because the one good man who is outstanding
is being pursued by several
women.
Now, let me take this back to where I brought the hookup thing in from. The fact that a lot of these young ladies are now being exposed to these boys. And it's not only the boys that are doing this internet thingy. Even girls are part of it.
That's why I told you they were recruiting girls aggressively into cultism. They are recruiting them because it's easy to front a girl. They will use them to be as front. Oh, push her forward. Let her be there. Let her do this. Let her be our reconnaissance. Let her be the one that lure men in. Let her be the one that deceive people. You know, women are not easily seen as threats to every other person. So that's why they target them. So, but the problem with this hookup culture is that as girls, when you now feel that the only way you want to make money is through sexual gratification of somebody else's needs, then you are opening yourself up to many dangers. That's the bottom line. Let us not even deceive ourselves. You are opening yourself to a lot of dangerous, threat to your life, exposures to sexually transmitted diseases. 2, you'll be exposed to a sexual milieu that you have never seen in your life before. They will use your body, abuse your body, they'll ravage your body in the way you've never imagined, and then it will affect your self-esteem. And when your self-esteem don't scatter, that means you don't open the door for anyhow thing to happen to you. The cases of suicide we are seeing up and down is no far from all this thing. Before you know it, you are becoming a drug addict. Now, for example, I saw a video that was shown to me of a young man who, of course, abused drugs, because drugs is the in thing now. They used to lure girls and lure boys as well. Drug abuse is so prevalent in our society that it is destroying many, many young boys and girls. The video was such that this boy was inside the gutter.
Yeah.
Dirty gutter, muddy, dark, smelly, suffocating, stinking gutter. You can tell that this boy not being getting brain again, not being there anymore. So let us get to a point where we understand that drugs are terrible vices. If your friends, they tell you, say, they make me the sharp and they creative, I beg not lie you. You've got to be very careful. Other vices that we have in our society that our parents need to be aware of is this instant gratification. When you raise your children to always get what they want, every time they want it, whenever they want it, however they want it, you are raising monsters.
Exactly.
You cannot give a child everything the child wants. This helicopter parenting. Hey, my piggy cannot go on the street. Even for your street, your piggy cannot walk out, come from one street to go buy something for Malam kiosk. What kind of children are you raising? You're over protecting them. You're not exposing them to the real world. We're not saying throw them out into the wolves. We're saying let them know how life works. And please keep them busy with chores at home. How do you raise girls and boys not to do house chores? How? Hey, my boy, how old is your boy? 15. He cannot clean his room. What is that supposed to mean? You're clapping for that? A boy cannot clean his room? We have now celebrated it to a point where we feel that when boys become men and they cannot clean their room, no, my Nigeria, now money be. What is that? That's not a man. A full human being is one who has capability to be able to make your bed, clean your bed, take care of your kitchen, make it well, cook your food as a man. And as a girl, that is also your life skills. These are life skills. They are not a role, gender roles per se. They are life skills. Now, when you come marry, you and your wife, and if you desire, say, okay, you see this thing, now I'm going to share this responsibility. It's not so much about gender role as much as his responsibility and what works for you. So if your husband like to clean, wash plates and all that for his house with his wife, that is his choice. If he prefers the other way of mechanical things and taking care of the home too, that is also his choice. And vice versa. There are women who know how to fix up appliances, electricity things and all that. There are women who are very good at things like that, and they do it in their homes where their husband just looks on like, I have no idea what that is. But that's the balancing act we're talking about. So let us raise more children who understand value of life, value of self-esteem. That self-esteem thing, they're very important. Otherwise your pikin no go fall for cultism. Pikin will get sense of self-esteem. We be say he know in value. They raise them well. He go no say he no go supposed do hookup culture, because hookup culture no be am. He no say he no go supposed become a criminal to go do yahoo or become a ICT expert where they scam people. No, he no go do all those kind of things.
Yeah, and these things are now prevalent today because that instant gratification issue has become a major issue. 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. You could be a part of this conversation. You could also call on WhatsApp 0817 56338. That's 0817 1756338. WhatsApp is usually a lot clearer. You could also try that. Ejiro Mokoro is with me. We're looking at not just the cultism thing, we're looking at the fact that the Yahoo thing, internet fraud, has become something we should truly worry about. I have you on the line already. Hello, how are you? Okay. Hello, how are you?
Hello, good morning.
Morning, how are you? Your name?
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Mas.
Good morning to you.
Yeah.
What's your name?
This is Madam Quality calling from Motion.
Madam Quality, where is my bell? I said I'll be ringing bells for all the women. Oh, no, man.
Thank you. Our first woman on the phone.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is my first time calling on your show.
Another one.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
I have been following this conversation from now, and I just find it quite interesting because I'm a parent. So, I want to ask this question, and how do I direct this thing? Because I have a friend, and this woman knows that her children is into this internet fraud, and she's so happy that the way the children are making the money. This one is not this one is not something that the parent does not know, or the children are hiding it from the parents. This one is quite obvious, and the mother is discussing it. She was discussing it with me, and I was like, how will the parents know that this child has gone astray, and she's very happy of it? How do I even advise this person? Because as it stands now, one, she's not my mate. Her children, I don't up to 19, 20 years, 21 years, while my own kids are still little. How do I advise such a mother that this thing might by fire? Okay. Because when everything that this child is buying, acquiring, house, motor, all this, a boy of 19 years bought a Benz of 15 million, and the mother was jubilating. She was jubilating.
Does she
I'm telling
know,
you as a testimony.
Does she truly know what fraud is all about?
Because let me just brief you. When she was telling me that there was a time her shop was going down, so that she does not know what is happening. All of a sudden, his son, after secondary school, his son, as in, he's always in the shop, but at a time he's no more longer there. But her shop was going down. This is a testimony that she thought she was giving to me, and she's rejoicing that she does not know that this her son was taking the money, and he paid for training, as in to the organ that's training about 250,000 naira. So this guy was taking it from her shop, which she does not know at that early stage. So at a time, the boy was like, "Mommy, buy me a laptop." And when they went to Ikeja to buy that laptop, the boy was requesting for the higher one. She said, like last 4 years, the boy was requesting a laptop of 350,000, which the mother said that I don't have the money. I can buy the one of 50,000 to 80,000. Her boy said, "No, mommy, I cannot use that. What I am using it for is big business." So I said, when this boy tell you that thing, didn't you know that big, why can't you call that boy? What type of business do you need this laptop from? She told me that she went to her bank and borrowed 250,000 to buy that laptop for this boy. She did. And now she's not giving me testimony that the seed that she sowed has now bringing her fruits. She's now reaping the fruits of her labor. The boy bought Benz of 15 million, bought a land, buy gold, do all these things. All these things that this boy is acquiring is in her mother's name, not in his name. She showed me receipts of gold of 8.5 million naira. Ring, I mean ordinary ring. that this guy bought the gold
and she knows that the
8.5
boy
million
is
naira with the
doing
receipt.
She knows what the boy is doing. She knows that she's collecting money from people.
Exactly. This one is not that she does not know. There is difference between a parent that does not know what the child is doing.
Okay, hold on a bit.
Parent that know what the child is and supporting and even telling everything that this boy is acquiring is in the mother's name.
Okay, hold on a bit.
So how do I, as in, since I know all these things and whenever they have duped me, I know the pain. And now I have somebody as a friend that's coming closer to me to tell me that this is what the son is doing, and I know the pain of somebody collecting my money, and that my business is down today because of the fraud that I enter into.
Okay,
so I know the pains. I know the pains. So how do I tell this woman that this thing is very bad?
Okay,
thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I feel the pain myself. I can feel the pain in.
I'm happy we're having Nigerians who know that what this young man is doing is wrong. That's the first step. If we all collectively agree that what he's doing is wrong, no matter how bad the social and economic situation we find ourselves, that is the first start. Back in the day, I remember growing up in this Nigeria that I love. And there was something our parents used to do. If a child stole, nobody in the community celebrates that child. As a matter of fact, parents used to carry their children to report them to the police and say, this my pikin don't commit offense. Or they will carry the child to the village square or village meeting.
Or tie snare around the waist.
Correct. To tell you, say, you cannot do this and continue. It stops today. As long as we don't catch you red-handed. So mothers those days used to be the ones who would go and tell their husbands, my husband, I don't notice this thing about my son. He did behave like this. Because the husbands are hardly around those days. They're the ones who used to go to work. So the mothers will come and tell the fathers, my husband, this is our son. He did thief from my purse. Or he did thief from your pocket. Or he did thief from your drawer. Or he did thief from your portmanteau. I don't catch him. And then what happens? The father steps up. The father disciplines this young man. And then the father makes a public meeting of the fact that he has stolen, which is a vice. It is a vice.
But in this case now,
so for
the mother is the one who is testifying and appreciating God for
because religion has told them that no seed is a bad seed as long as that seed brings in money. So religion has taught our people that the only value that you have as a person is your ability to have money and money to spend and show off. Okay. So the question now is, the people this woman is showing off to, are they also clapping for her? Are they also jealousing her? Are they envious of her? Because this is where it goes.
Yeah.
The woman is doing that because she wants to incite jealousy in people. And she loves the attention that she's able to sell to people.
Let's take this and we'll try and advise as much. Turn down the volume on your radio set, please. Hello, good morning.
This is a new one from Almasha.
All right, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Only I want to appreciate your guest.
Thank you.
Because by the special grace of God, I'm a pastor. What surprised me about the teenagers or the youth of nowadays is that most of the things we are hearing concerning all these things, it's not for religious. Because most of the things I heard from your guest is supposed to be the things we should be teaching in our churches and our mosques. Rather than teaching them from David and Goliath, they have been hearing from primary school. Then after they have gone to church, they will come back and still committing the crime. So that we will begin to change their orientation, so that they will get better.
All right.
So that is why I am calling.
Thank you very much. He said instead of teaching them Samson and Goliath from olden days, teach them things that are relevant now using the biblical things. So let's go back to the auntie. What can we advise her? She's looking at how do we talk to this woman? But that one has dropped. How do I tell her that what's going on is wrong?
Okay.
How do I?
So first and foremost, it's a two-edged sword. She's a woman in pains and it hurts. And the fact that her child was already stealing from her purse to now fund this business it tells you the point I'm making earlier on.
Okay, no, the woman who called.
That's what I'm going to. The woman needs help. So what the woman needs to do is this. There are two things. One, you go call that woman aside and tell her, say, madam, you know, say this thing bad, go. Have a conversation, open, nice conversation with them. You say you're picking the scam people, go. Remember, she already has receipts of evidence. She can also go to the police or go to an NGO who are in charge of monitoring things like this and say, you know what, this your picking way, this young man that is stealing, he needs help. He needs to be rehabilitated. What can you do for this young man? That one an option. Another option, like I say, Google police, or he report them properly, or she go meet somebody in the street that is of significance, we could stand up and say this is wrong. Not one pastor where she go tell, then the pastor go to see only naira, dollars and pounds. Then you come begin tell and say, oh yeah, bring it, I'll pray for you. No, let me pray about this one.
Look for a good one. But wait, let me see. Okay, let's take this one and we'll come back to this. Hello? 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 Okay, you could call back. And also, if you also have, I use double also, be like I don't be hungry. If you have an advice for her, you could drop that too, and you could share. But I'm thinking, okay, hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
I'm cool. All
right, what's
this
your
lady
name?
calling from Ogun State. I'm a first time caller.
Oh, let me give you a bell.
Yeah, precisely for this show, yeah.
All right, thank you. Okay,
I'm a football fan, yeah. I'm a fan of Kizike. So I just connected when you came in.
Oh, nice. Did you hear the woman's story? The woman who called to complain?
Yeah, it's really touching.
If you were to advise her, what would you say?
If I'm to advise her, you should just call the woman out. Understand? Speak to her, woman to woman. Sit her down and speak to her. Understand? Oh, my network is breaking.
No, hello? I can hear you very well. You're very clear where I am. Go ahead.
I can't hear you.
Hey. Okay, call back. Okay, so you said either report to the, maybe I would say report to the authority.
It has to.
I'm a bit afraid. Police, it's not that you are my friends or police are my friend. I'd rather maybe do a note, if you can, to the EFCC.
That's what I mean by the police.
No, put EFCC join.
Okay, EFCC. Okay, because for EFCC is not police work that they do. People don't know.
Police work they do. Maybe to them, right? And also show this woman the example of people who have killed themselves because of the things her children are doing. Did I hear that sound now? Okay,
I sure did.
Okay, it was a chair. Okay, yes. Hello. Good. Okay. Good morning. Turn down the volume on your radio set. Okay, you are back.
I got back.
Okay, what's of their father? What's of their father?
My question is, how do I tell this woman? How do I let her know that because this woman is jubilating. She's happy.
That's what
the children are bringing.
That's what we're trying to break down. That's what we're trying to break down.
How do I now tell? Because it's not the son that duped me.
I know.
And I heard going to police or going to EFCC. I have a case about this EFCC matter. And up till now, nothing was done.
For real.
I did a business with somebody, a company, precisely, and this guy duped all of us. And we reported to EFCC Ikoyi. This thing happened in 2020 to 2021. Up till when I go to Ikoyi, they know me. I have been there crying to them that my business money is gone. 4 million naira. Up till now, the petition is still there, but nothing was done. But this guy, they arrested this guy that did this thing, and this boy settled how his way out with 400 million naira.
You say?
Yes. So there is. I don't believe in police. I don't believe in EFCC. Anything in Nigeria, I don't believe in them. I am begging people money to raise my business up because of the all these things, and that is why when this man is jubilating and happy around me, I feel bad because I am a victim to what her child is doing.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
And this
Hello?
man will feel, I want to let her know that this thing is not good, and in a way that she will not feel that I'm jealousing her.
That's the problem. But can you hear me at all? I'm trying to. Okay, good. So just listen a bit. Let's say, hopefully within a week or thereabout, we are hopeful we may have the EFCC chair or somebody from there come here on this program, virtually or otherwise, right? Pay attention to that day. If you're able to join us on that particular program, you will speak to them and you would have the opportunity to tell them what the issue is, and let's see what they will say to you live on the air, and we will let them know that we will follow up with you to know how the case plays out. But you just have to have your receipts, have your evidence.
Yes, evidence of that business. That
so
yes,
just keep
I have everything submitted in EFCC. Yes,
so just keep them. We are hopeful that we'll be able to get, if not the chair, but somebody of relevance from EFCC, and I encourage you to watch out for that date so that we'll get you to table your matter before then. Then for the lady you're talking about, I asked a question, just be answering me so that you can hear what I'm saying. What about the father of the children?
If I can, if you can call me later or let us have a chat on that thing, because the case is complicated. The father left the family, traveled to the village. They are separated, but they are not. When the husband and wife is not in good terms, it affects the children.
Yes.
And now the children, the father did not train the children. It's only the woman that trained up the children. So I'm not jealousing her. I'm not. I'm not against her. This thing, but I'm trying to let her know that this boy can do a better thing to help the family, not in the way that he's going.
Can you hear me now? Is she aware of your own predicament? Is she aware that you were duped? Is she aware?
Yes. I told her about my story.
Okay, is she aware that
about my story?
There's somebody like her son that did it?
Where I saw, she just said anywhere money come. Money is money. As long as my child does not use corn to go and point anybody to collect the money.
Okay, see what I was saying now. Exactly
using
the point I
laptop
was making.
to do people is not a sin or a crime for her.
Okay.
So let me tell you, madam, so there are many ways to do these things. Sometimes, because scamming is an international act of criminality as well. If you get the evidence of those pictures where the woman show you, the evidence of the payment of those things, and the evidence of where the money take come from, if you get them more, there are international bodies.
No, in her side. No, I don't want to. I don't want to for her side. The only thing I want to correct her in love, tell her that what the children is there, because the other one, the first son has already bring the second one inside.
That's what I'm telling you now. This woman, the way the woman, they correct this kind of people in love. Sorry to say. Because one, she has told you, this is what I was going to. I said she is happy when she see people admiring her. That's what she's after. That people are jealous of her. So people too, make we say they cuckoo, they clap for person way on a no say the source of income get key leg. That is one. Then two, like I tell you, so there are international bodies where we say you can even report the matter to.
Okay,
you get the young man name. You get those are different strategies.
Hold on, madam, I'm not going to mention your name. This is what we're going to do. Biodun, you help us get her number. I'll share your number with Ejiro, right? Both of you would liaise and look for a better way to try and achieve this. Is that fine? Hello?
About the woman. Yes, I don't want to complicate anything for her.
No.
My own way. Anytime she's telling me all this testimony, I'm encouraging her, telling her that this thing, the way this child is going, will end in destruction. But I don't want her. Look, my own is that I don't want her to feel I'm jealousing her or I'm not happy for her.
Okay.
But I want that child to desist from such.
Okay. Oh, you know
I'm
what?
looking for a way that I can be able to be a light into that. But since the mother is rejoicing about, how can I tell her without making her feel that I'm jealousing her.
Okay,
Because
hold on. Hello?
once she
Can you hear
feels
me?
jealous, she will not tell me any other thing again.
Okay, hold on.
She will cease in telling me her testimony.
I narrate testimony. Okay, let's do this. We're going to wrap this up here because a lot of people are also on the line trying to get in touch.
All right.
And this is what I'm going to do. As I said,
I will listen from radio.
I'm going to listen from radio. Well, I'm going to connect you with Ejiro. You guys will discuss it, right? Because she has an idea of how to tackle some of these things better than I do. She will liaise with you not to complicate issues, not about reporting or whatever, in finding the best way of approaching this matter with the woman. So both of you will, Ejiro, that's fine, right?
That's fine.
Because if we're talking for radio, now counseling units, we don't want to. But we're going to do that. And if any other person who's calling has a word to say too, you can also drop it. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Good morning.
Morning.
Hi.
Yeah, your name?
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Mr. Daniel.
All right.
Calling
Daniel.
from Ejibo.
Not from the den, I know. Go ahead.
Okay, because I want to make a contribution concerning what the woman said.
Go ahead.
Okay, my contribution is there. If this woman go ahead and expose these people to the police or to the FCC, when those people settle this matter, police himself will reveal the person that told them about that business. Because I have been a victim of this. Nigeria police doesn't have secrets. You will open your mind and tell them something. After the end of the day, they will not open up and tell the person, this is the man that reports you to them. And it's very bad. So in this occasion now, what I want that woman to do is to just give her friend advice. Please, this thing you are doing is bad. If she wants to change, let her change. If you don't want to change, one day the law will get her.
Abby? So if she changes, good. If she doesn't change, okay. All right, Ejiro, let's carry on. We're still moving on. We took some time to try and help them, but she has heard what she had to say. Okay, carry on.
So essentially, I think we'll just talk about this behind the scenes, as stated.
Yes,
there are strategies to it. There are non-governmental organizations that work with things like this, and she already, I'm sure she really means well for her friend. I think she sees her as a friend. But let us also know that sometimes when somebody has turned into the devil, as they say, make we accept them for what it be.
Yes.
Don't try to bad thing. That's why I started with that conversation. The training started from the home, then it enters into the community. All of us as a people, we have condoned and supported people who make money from ill-gotten wealth, and they spray it in our face. And all we're thinking is, how they do? If they do, means to one do. So that mentality we have is where we have to start quelling that mentality, because we are a society where we say when somebody they hard working, if they do better, we need to commend them. But when they go thief, come package them, we they commend those things.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Morning. What's your name?
I'm Anne from McDonald's.
Anne, I'm gonna ring the bell for you. You're my female.
Thank you.
Woo-hoo. All right, go ahead, Anne. You've been listening to us, I'm sure.
Ma?
I said you've been listening. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay, I just want to put in something. I think this one is something I've experienced myself.
Okay.
So concerning the ESG issue pertaining to the woman that complained, I have a friend that they are into this drugs. They sell all those things. So I think they caught them, arrested one of them, and took them to sell. So for days he was there. Then after all said and done, knowing fully well that what they are into is very wrong, they still collected a bail of 200,000 and left them to go and continue the business. Up till now, they are still into that thing. So if they will find a better way to help that woman to, although what I was doing is very bad, so they have to bring him out of that. They have to bring him out of it. in a better way, involving EFCC, they will collect their bride, implicate the woman, and what's in the case. Court any mistake.
Okay.
So to my own little advice,
I get you. Thank you, Anne. Okay, so Anne, thank you very much, and we get you. Thank you. All right, Ejiro, let's go back to the main focus. That was just a long digression. Let's come back to the major thing we're looking at now. The in quotes Baba that was doing the juju for or the rituals for them. What happened to him?
He's in jail too.
They arrested him.
Oh yes,
too.
he's in jail. Nobody escaped.
Did anybody ask him how come when you do these things for these young boys and girls, for them to be able to talk to people and catch mugu and all that, how come you yourself, you are not rich? Did they ask him how come he's not rich himself?
I asked him that question. He said no. The thing is that often, so normally they are supposed to be herbalists. And there's a difference between a herbalist and a jazz man.
I know.
People don't know the difference. They call them, say, herbal. No. A herbalist is not a jazz man necessarily. But he said that, look, my sister, the reason why we do this, because he was speaking in pidgin, the reason why we do this, we say, we need the money. These children, they believe, say, there's something like charm, we go help them talk.
Onana ask am say, okay, if na make believe, why you tell them to kill somebody? Why did they ask for humans?
No, because they have to make it to a point where they are. What's that word for
revered?
No.
It becomes mystical.
No. The word just went off my head. They want to own you. It's about ownership.
It's manipulation.
And it's manipulation. And they want to be able to control you and make you feel that the source of your ability resides outside you. Because people believe, say, the power they come from outside of them. Because if not true, so everybody where you talk to will just mugu you. Do you understand? The moment you open your mouth, everybody's supposed to fall.
Yeah.
But in it, they walk. So they get to tell them to sell market. Now market that they say they are selling their market. This is business for them. That's what the man told me, and it's not only one person. I've interviewed several of them who are into this, and they say the reason they do it because it's a source of money, and people are willing to pay extraordinarily for that amount of information. So why not get them to do the most heinous crime that is not his business? That who then choose not their business. You want not to collect money.
Wow. Oh, the line went off. You want to collect money?
Yes. So it is a business strategy, a business opportunity, and a chance to make income, revenue
for
options.
Them.
Yes.
Let's take this one. Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We're looking at this cultism thing, and your name is what? All right. The line is a bit dodgy, but go ahead.
Yeah. So the only concern is, I believe parents have major role in this aspect.
Hey, I think maybe could you hang up and try again? Your line is very muffled. I can't decipher what you're saying.
He said that parents play a major role in this matter, and he's so correct.
And you know,
everything starts from the mothers.
Okay.
You know, see your picking steal from you. He steal to go buy computer. Then you enable the child to further that business into Yahoo. That means you too, as a mother, you're a criminal. We could call them like that. The mother are criminal. It's as simple as that.
I'm going to address some of those things that we found out in Delta State too. We can speak about the one that we've heard of. Somebody says that Yahoo is gradually gaining parental support. They said their parents have worked with government with nothing to show for it, and they don't want to go the same route. Government too failed in the sense that some of them cut away citizens' money. So how do you correct errors with errors? I see people who finish school with me using rides and flexing around with girls, whereas I go doing it the right way, look funny to them. That is looking funny to them. I preach against them, but still go to them to take loans.
Okay, so you are also enabling them by taking loans from them.
He says this country isn't encouraging Olawale from Ijanikim. Maybe sometimes that would just be the last resort. What can he do?
No, I know. You don't go to collect loan from them. It's like dining with the devil. One, they're already making money illegally, robbing somebody. And some people have committed suicide because somebody scammed them.
So it's like they are robbing Peter to pay him. Hello?
So it's his chain.
Hello, good afternoon. All right, go ahead. Hello? You know what? Try and call via WhatsApp. It may just be a lot clearer. This person says, Okay. Good morning. I'm so happy to hear Joe's voice in this station every morning. The last time I heard her voice was in Mega FM. Sorry for mentioning the station name. Thank you very much, our presenter, for what you're doing for the society. Up VOP. Thank you very much. And this from Perpetual from Isheri Dumo says, what this woman said is true. I knew a mother that told her children to go into fraud, Yahoo, to make money for her to eat and enjoy herself. And her sons are doing it and been making money, and she's enjoying now. This
can we try not to use the word enjoyment to define these things?
That is what they think.
Because now, see, in saying this, we are perpetuating the narrative that is enjoyment. I understand what she's saying. I'm saying that when we are writing this thing, let us be careful with our language.
She's quoting what the woman is saying, that so that she can enjoy herself. So now she is enjoying.
In her mind, she's enjoying. In parentheses.
Yes,
correct.
let's put it in air quotes. So now we're seeing that the parents are really enabling, because I know at a point. Okay, let's take this person's own. I hope the line is clearer now. Hello, how are you? Hello, can we? Oh, is the port open? Hello.
See, let us call these are criminals. Let us stop trying to say we don't want to involve anybody, we don't want to offend anybody or lose friendship. These are criminals.
Yes. Hello? Can you hear us?
Good morning, ma.
Morning, how are you?
Hello?
We can hear you.
I'm fine.
All right, good. Your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ojo. My name is Akuchinyere Goodness.
Welcome. Go
My
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Akuchinyere Goodness. I'm calling from Ojo.
All right, go ahead, Goodness.
All right. I can hear you. I'm speaking now. Can you hear me, ma?
I said go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Concerning what you're talking about parents, many of them have disappointed us. Many of those parents have disappointed us. Yes. And many are still raising children to go ahead to disappoint them more and more. Please, I just want to beg them. I know they are listening. I just want to beg them to make amend of whatever thing they are doing.
Hello? Okay, well,
she's gone. She's gone.
You know, I just had an Oprah kind of moment right now. I've never cried on radio. Well, hearing her say that thing she just said, I just became rather teary.
Yeah,
because
it is
I
touching.
could feel the pain in her voice.
We're all paying the price. You say leadership is stealing. You too, you want to steal. You justify armed robbery. You justify kidnapping. You justify scamming. By saying that you want to wicked another human being who is in the same boat with you, suffering the same way. Why would you want to harm another person for your own enjoyment? That is not enjoyment. That is wickedness.
That's all. Hello? Okay, I really don't know why. If you can try WhatsApp.
They can send messages.
Yes, you
better.
can also send messages. The number, I'll take the numbers again, 0700 903 903 903 or 0817 175 6338. That will be for the WhatsApp. You could also call via the WhatsApp too. It's a very dodgy situation we're in now, because it turns out that the parents are now really going into this desire to have their children deliver them from their own, in quotes, like their own failures and
they have
poverty.
failed. No, they failed as a parent, and many people have no business being parents, because these days many people don't even understand what parenting is. So to just born Peking don't become like insurance that they will cash in later, and then you turn these small children into something else. How do you do that?
I wonder.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm Mr. Innocent calling from Oja.
All right, Mr. Innocent, welcome. Go ahead.
Please, I want to appreciate you people for the points you people have raised and what you are discussing. At least I'm no longer a baby. I'm close to 60 years in Nigeria. I've lived in the villages. I know how people were raised during our own time. But the problem we are having now is the love of money love of money, the desperation in making money in government everywhere, all corners of the country. Nigerians are crazy about money, ready to do anything for money. I remember in those days, before a traditional tax would be given to a man, an oracle. He could be the poorest man in the town, and the man would be crowned. But today, if you have money, you collect a tax that belongs to a poor man. Injustice everywhere. So why is it that our children will be better than us? Or are we in their front? We are the ones to show them the way. So since there is stealing going on everywhere from the first man to the last man, that is what is bringing the problem.
All right. Thank you very much,
That is what is causing the...
Hello? Hello? Okay, it has gone off. Well, thank you very much, sir. You're giving us a bit of a traffic report here. You said, Collins from Sele Jesha, you said the traffic was very, very bad. Sele Jesha Agor Road was not good at all, and you're asking the state government to please intervene. And somebody here is saying that we're looking at this just from one way. There is never a time I support Yahoo or always support them. Please don't put all the blames on the parents. The first to blame is the government. Do people know or have experienced what real poverty is? Real poverty can make you lose your self-esteem and even make you do things you yourself hate to do. The government placed poverty on the people, and part of the resultant effect is what we're seeing now. Please always put and talk about bad governance before condemning the parents. That's frustratingly indulge that. Please, 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 from For Real, from Amuwo Dolphin. And I'm very sure that in this very poor state of poverty, there are still people who will never do these things.
So people say we should blame government. The question is, why are you voting in government that are incapable of doing what you expect them to do? Why are you also not involved in the governance process by going out to be part of those who also vote? Why do you quickly give up when there is small challenges, right, that stops you from getting your direct sources of revenue in a proper manner? Why do you give up? Why do you have brothers and sisters in law who work in ministries of anywhere in civil service, and yet they are the ones who enable these processes? Where we say to prove one file to the next file, I have to pay through my nose. Why do you enable a situation where you don't see, for example, I talked about the Uber rider who just carried me. You know that I paid Uber so that I can get the services of AC, but you will deliberately deny me the right to my AC after I have paid you money. So it is not so much about government.
We are government,
now we be the people who be the government.
So this leader,
so government no they in absentia or one person where you just throw in one place. No, it's as if it's a phantom person. Now we be government.
Some of these children now, with all these monies they've made, they want to become politicians. They now become government
because they think that politicians, the way it has been done, one, we don't recall our representatives. How many of us don't go where our representatives say we don't fool and talk one-on-one? We have not done it, but we are complaining. You have not engaged communications wise in terms of communication development. How many people don't write letter to their local government chairman on something? Nobody did they write. They need to do these things. So governance no day in absence. You have to be involved through actions.
Okay, please, if you call Yahoo boys criminals, which they are, please call commercial sex workers prostitutes, because that's who they are. Don't embellish any of them simply because one is done predominantly by women. Ugo from Alimosho. I also have your message, Wale. You saying good morning. Okay, hello. You took it already. Hello, how are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
Fine, Emmanuel from Abulato.
Okay, Manuel, go ahead.
You know, this issue of Yahoo. You know, some parents, most of the parents, they don't understand that meaning of that Yahoo. They don't understand what their children is doing about those things, about the Yahoo. Most of them see a normal business. Like as person, they used to go learn spare parts or electronics. So now I said, like I talk,
right.
Most parents don't know the meaning, the thing what they do for that thing.
Okay.
Now scamming. They see say na just normal business. Now make
My
Most
brother,
of
you know
the-
what you do so? You are giving them what they call arrogant ignorance. The ignorance that come from deliberately telling myself, I don't want to know what it is that they do as long as they keep bringing money. The truth be say, my brother, they know say na scam that they do. Nothing say they don't know what they call them. The pikin if you come tell my mama say, Mama, they do business for online. Any mama wey smart wey dey interested go ask you pikin how the online business dey do. Na so that they ask us when we dey younger those days. There is none of us wey go dey do business, you no go explain wetin the business be. You go either go there go see how they dey do business, or you go ask the right questions, and then the truth go come out. To say dem no know, abeg make we no excuse them know.
And for the ones who don't know, if you truly do not know, your children are carrying out online scam, stealing money from people, from countries, and so on to make your life a lot better. If your child who is 15, 16, 17, and so on is making so much money and you can't explain it, I think you better think twice and really check, because something is out of order. And somehow this thing they do links up with drugs.
They're all connected, because if you go to a typical Yahoo setup, you will see drugs, you will see alcohol, you will see abuse. If you see where they violently beat each other, like when the ogas violently handle these young boys, sometimes they deny them food for when they don't do what they're supposed to do. If you see how they bunk them up in a set of rooms, sometimes they can have like a bungalow, and like there are 10, 12, 14 boys in a whole place. They will box them all up. If you know how they give them targets, if you don't meet up this target, you're in trouble. Do you know how they deceive them in getting them visas to go to Ghana, for example, or for Ghana, I mean, the money need visa, per se, but you know, entry point. They will tell them, say, yeah, come over, this is what you're going to do. They'll go to Ghana and then stay in Ghana. And the next thing, why do you think the Ghanaians are after Nigerians in a way you've never seen before and angry at them? It's because they feel that you have come to introduce this bad vice. Make one understand, say, this is now wickedness, now vices. Now bad things people they do. Make they talk as if now gentle soft thing they talk. This is now bad things people they do.
And the drugs now, the level has gone crazy. Sonny Rabba was with us this morning, and he shared with us how bad. He shared some videos. You even mentioned one of them, and it's very bad. And it's so bad now that even the government is saying, the senator said, you know what, let's work on this bill, death penalty for the people bringing these things in, because there are mules who also sell these things, and there are those who really bring it in, and there are these boys who can afford to buy it for themselves and their cronies.
As they do death penalty for drug traffickers, may they do death penalty for those caught in corruption too. We go balance the scale, because when corruption is enabled in any society, that's why you see this issue of this kind of drug abuse level going to the level where it is. So as we are holding the ordinary Nigerians accountable, let us also hold the politicians accountable, because the source, most of the time when you check it out, they actually have support from top political people, either in office or appointments, or running behind the scenes for government. So make we know they think say not just about they feel that it's just ordinary people they're targeting. They should know that this thing is going to go beyond just that. But it's a good law. They need to put it in place.
Hello, how are you? Hello? Okay, maybe you try calling back, because I can't hear you. Good morning. Not only parents failed us, including the religions, where you see our religious leaders asking the children to bring money to church or mosque. Where do you want them to get it? The religions are doing backup for these children. Religion is a problem in this country. That was from Wale.
But they force you. Nobody force you to go pay that title. When you know say the tithe now wayo, now banjo, why are you giving them money? Why are you under pressure? Why are you putting yourself under undue pressure? Nobody force you.
All right, let's okay, we couldn't hear you. Maybe you call back. I'll advise that there be a form of sensitivity in our community, churches, universities, to both parents, youth, and all. Religious institutions should pipe down on prosperity by all means. We were 3 good friends. 2 went to school, the other goes to Yahoo. The 2 school guys are like beggars, while the Yahoo guy shines on. So those guys, school is now scam. Government should please get involved in promoting youth, Olawale from Ejani King. Good morning to you. All the conversations are wonderful and very serious conversations that government need to be very serious about. But I want you people to deal with the issues of drug abuse, because it is the father of all crimes. I'm currently at Egba Now Grown Estate. maybe go on estate. If nothing is done about drugs now, the future of the whole country will be useless because of effects of drugs. Thanks, Kingsley from Egbeda. In the research you carried out, you did some research. What did you discover about this drug thing? Because it's starting from small now, not like before we used to see old people, now children. What did you find out?
This is going to take me into my book, Distortion. In that book, I described the scene of the role of NAFDAC. I remembered and commemorated Dora Akunyili deliberately in that book, because Dora did what any agency ought to have done. There is an act that empowers the NAFDAC and the SON, that is SON, Standard Organization of Nigeria, that also empowers the what you call the NDLEA, right? All these are organizations who are supposed to be on the top of things, that they are in terms of ensuring that, one, you check the drugs that are coming into the country. 2, you check how they are distributed. 3, you check who is the manufacturer. 4, you monitor compliance and rules and standardization. 5, you also ensure that when there is a slip within the system, you carry punishment and retribution in that regard to anybody who is found wanting. But if you look at this change of value system I just described, it does not happen anymore.
Okay, you're talking about medication.
No,
I'm talking
not
about
just talking
the hard drugs.
We're saying the same thing, because where does this hard drug come in through? Right? One, many of them are exported. NDLEA has a big role here. Cannabis, marijuana, all of them, they are growing in our environment. We need to understand that first. If you notice in Europe, the fight against hard drug had to start dropping small, because the moment you over taboo something, you enable people to want to go and get it. I've always said, don't taboo things. You can regulate things, but don't make it taboo in a manner that people want to now experiment and now get more curious. It's a system of communication development management style. So people need to do that. Then you look at these hard drugs. We also know that they are empowered and enabled because it's quick money, it's fast money. People make a lot from it. And then 2, people have been exposed. I don't know if you know about these children. There was a case where we had to go and get small children who were being given this sachet gin tonic. I don't know how many of you know of those sachet, those gin in sachets. They were giving it to children. I know of a mother who was selling that in her house because the child had access to that gin tonic. She was always taking it. She's 12-year-old. We had to save her from that matter in her secondary school. And she's not the only one. We had several children like that, boys included, who always were going to buy this gin tonic in sachet. So in commercializing some of these things, this is how it starts. When children grow in a home where they have access to these things, they will do it. They have friends that have access to them, they will do it. They join cultism, they will do it. They join a place where they think that a system enables fast money. Drug trafficking is fast money. Hard drugs makes people escape from the reality. This is where the mental health issue comes into place. People are suffering from too much oppression from a government that does not perform for the people. Oppression in social resources, oppression in economic resources, oppression in political resources. People are denied all of that. When you create a society where people cannot thrive, businesses need a work. There are no good roads to sell my market. I carry food from my market, from my farm. Before I enter, I go enter pothole. Motor go spoil. My ugu go fall inside dirty water. I go carry that ugu, can't go market. By the time I manage route market, day don't break, or night don't come. I cannot sell my produce. I cannot make my business. Food, I will have poultry. I have killed so many fowl, but I cannot preserve them because there's no light. I cannot afford solar. Do you understand what I'm saying? You go to a system where a society exists. Banks do not give you loans. Banks do not care whether you survive or not, but they will collect your money, but they will not give you loans. So right? So you see that all of this system, people want to escape, and that's why hard drugs is becoming a big deal. It's an escapism means for a lot of people to engage in, and that is because the reality on ground is so hard on people. So government too indirectly is enabling the acquisition and the love of hard drugs in our society
because of some of these things you've mentioned. And now when these small children have access to the sachet gins and all that, they've already exposed themselves to become mules to drug peddlers.
Correct.
They've become open to the Yahoo boys who are looking for people to recruit.
Correct.
And all that is really a bad and sad situation. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get out of this if we put the right things in place. And you said you captured a lot of that in Distortion, your book.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can get the book if you want to check it out. I think it's on Amazon and all that.
No, we had to move to Amazon for the same reason that we know that Amazon is also scamming some of us. So that people just call us directly and we supply it directly to them. So if they want copies of it, you just call us on our number 0803 5926901. That's 0803 5926901, or you just follow us on Lightrain Media on social media, and then they will get it, because this is part of the system. When you know that somebody is not eminently a system to work for you, cut it off. People kept saying, Lady E, put it on Amazon for international people. I say, international people, no worry, we know how we deliver for now, we go give on now. You cannot create a system that is meant to make my business easy, but you collect my royalties, you collect my money, and I get nothing. So that's what I'm saying. Once you know that something is not working, don't patronize it, don't support it, don't encourage it.
Now, this person sent a message. He said, I beg, that woman shouldn't try advising the other woman over her fraudster son, please, because the same way she testifies to you is the same way she will testify to other people. And while you are trying to advise them, another person would have reported them to EFCC. At the end of the day, now you them go carry for mind. Please mind your business for your good health. That is from Pastor Andy from Yaba. And this person said, good morning, ladies. Now, no child dreams to become a kidnapper, yell boy, or Olusho. I don't know what does that. Okay, you don't have to explain it to me. I suspect it. I can only imagine as my parents did, watch your kids cry. Okay, as my parents did, watch your 8 kids cry out of your inability to feed them. 1, trauma. Some of the things you wrote are a bit confusing to me. Trauma I still deal with, scared to death to bring kids into this world. I still dealing with the trauma of watching his parents cry over them 8 kids and they couldn't feed them. I get it now. I also remember as a child sitting in school bus watching kids my age chasing down my school bus trying to sell me the gala they were hawking. Unless you've walked the exact same path of these people, you already don't understand the breaking point of others. I do not condone this path those people take, but I can understand it to an extent. Thank God we've been blessed for our upbringing and the path we've taken. Drugs, alcohol, smoking weed, etc. are mainly vices of escapism in a society like Nigeria. We have more messages trying to drop, calls have been trying to come in, but I just needed to really have a good conclusion as per what we've been saying. So Ejiro, in like a minute, because time is up, how can we get out of this? The issue of the drugs, connecting to internet fraud, connecting to hookup, connecting to all these evils that are trying to choke the youth in our society.
1, it starts from the parents. Parents, now as you be, now so your picking go be most of the time. 2, you've got to be part of your children's school system. Know what is happening to your child inside the school. They don't just go and drop your picking or feel that your school is in the hand of these school teachers and principals. No, this is not their job. Your job to do that. 3, we must begin to understand that the civil service is what enables Nigeria to work. If we have civil servants who are not doing their job, who are always asking us to pay money for a moving file for which they are getting paid every month, we have a problem. 3, in any capacity that we find ourselves, when things get hard, we know it can be tough. We know it can be tough, but please let your resort never be I dey go thief, I dey go scam, or I dey go do somebody bad. Because at the end of the day, you not only heap up more crime on what you're doing, right? You also worsen the life of somebody else, and even worsen yours in the long run when you get caught, or even the life that you live. Let us also remember too that all of us are a reflection of our society. If we say make we dey keep quiet, they say any place where good men dey and they refuse to talk, now so evil they go, they visit them. So we are allowing evil to visit us by saying no talk to that woman. If you not talk to the woman, you must find a solution to that problem. No, it's not bad advising the woman like that don't talk to her because she will mark you. But in saying that, what is the next option? We must deal with it, because that is a problem, that is a monster. We must speak up and we must report.
Let me read these messages from YouTube quickly. If juju can make you rich, why did juju man that is giving you the juju no use it for his family and become the richest man in his village? Question. Innocent also says, my advice to the woman who the victim of the bad system is to take time in life. Not everything that glitter is gold, so we must be careful with everything we do in life. Alexo, thank you for joining. Great to see Ejiro in the studio. Thanks for the great work you guys are doing for this country. God bless you both and the entire VOP family. Kudos, guys. God bless you, Ejiro, for coming on the program today. The phone line is ringing, but I can't take any more calls. Okay. Oh, I have time to take one more call? My coordinator says no more time for any call. Come, they go. Ejiro, so let's have your parting word to the young people now listening to you. Quick parting shot to them. Somebody is tempted as we speak right now. What would you say to that person?
To my young people, they say the best way to hide things from Africans is inside a book. Reading takes you away from a life of vices, from a life of cultism. Why? Because when you read, you see a different life.
Read good books.
Read good books. Good books like Distortion. That's my book where I don't write. When I go buy them, because it go exposed to you how they go catch you, how they go use you, how they go dump you, how they go manipulate you. And even as a parent, that is very helpful to parents, because many parents have come back to me and say, I did not know this. I'm going to use it to help my children. So keep reading. Reading saves us. Good books, for that matter, that inspires us to create the kind of world that we deserve. Nigeria too fine. This country makes sense. Let's make it keep vibing. Nigeria has to work. We make it work.
We'll make it work. Thank you so much, Ejiro Mokoro, author, journalist, investigative journalist, author of the book Distortion. Thank you so much for coming on the program today on VOP 90.3 FM in the city of Lagos. We've had a good time together. We're going to be doing this maybe some other time. We'll work out something and we'll take a look at some of these things from another angle. To you who listened, thank you very much. All we can say to you is try do the right thing. There is poverty in the land, we know. There are still many poor people who would never do anything evil. They would rather go than do evil. Maybe you could try and be one of those, or encourage the people around you to be that one good person. Because at the end of the day, crime will never pay. And for those mothers who belong to the association, your children are doing evil and you're in an association, you are enjoying the food. I want to encourage all these town meetings, all these women meetings, November, October, January meetings. It's high time you guys start calling your fellow women and men to order. By the time you pressure women, buy this wrapper, buy that wrapper, and they become ashamed because they cannot afford to buy like their fellow women, you are also pushing them into nonsense. Let's speak up. Let's do the right thing before evil swallows all of us. I'm Cordelia Obe. Special thank you to Biodun for being the good hand here today. I'll see you guys on Monday. Till then, take care of yourselves and remember that life is good. Bye-bye.
Take off the slow,